Bill and Jay Haas, I'm sure for the two of you, father and son, this had extra special meaning for the two of you. For either of you, I'm sure this meant something very special to you, to both of you.
She was to the right.
Well, I appreciate Fred having me the last 3 times. And to be with these guys is just beyond belief. Obviously, to have Bill on the team the last 2 President's Cups was extremely special, as you can imagine. It's almost not even a dream come true. I couldn't have dreamt anything quite like this. It's been just an amazing run.
Yeah, same for me. Love being a part of these teams. Only my second one. It was fantastic. It's one of the few times that I'm treated as a peer by my dad, in a sense, that and not his son. He treats me as another player of the team, and I really enjoy it. I feel like I belong, with these guys, and it's so much fun. Winning, obviously, coming down to Tiger there, very fitting. Something I'll never forget. Playing with Strick, winning that alternate shot match, playing with my, buddy Webb, playing some good matches with him. Something. These are weeks that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Additional questions? You guys are so shy today.
Push the mic down there.
Okay, does that wrap it up? All right.
Anything else, guys? We're going to let him go. Jason? Bob?
This is for Steve. Steve, I know you spoke throughout the year about how this wasn't necessarily a goal and you'd cut down on your schedule, but once you made the team, how important was it for you to get a win this week to sort of get the taste of last year out of your mouth?
Yeah, last year still stings. If you ask the guys that were on that team last year, I guarantee everyone would think that last year at the Ryder Cup still hurts a bit. So I think it's important that we came here and got a win. Move forward in the right direction, to try to win the Ryder Cup next year. But, as golfers, we're dealt with defeats all the time. Very rarely, you don't win that much. You have your ups and downs. You got to deal with everything. So it's more about picking yourself up, I think, and dusting yourself off and playing and getting ready to go again. But I think it was a good step for all of us to win again. And it was a tough day, I think, for all of us. It had a scenario kind of brewing much like the Ryder Cup last year, coming down to the end. So I think we can all take positives from this going forward to next year.
Okay. Bob?
Fred, you've made a career out of not looking nervous. On the back 9 today, when I think it got down to 3 points, were you nervous?
Well, I think Jimmy Gabrielson, who's my main helper in the President's Cup the last couple of years, and a friend of mine, we were walking around, and I must have asked 500 times, how are we getting this 4th point? Where's the 4th point coming from? And I just kept saying it. Then for a joke, I kept texting Davis and Jay, because, yeah, you're nervous. You're nervous not for the players. The players know what they're doing, but, we knew we needed 18 points, and we got them, and I think it was a very, very good match today, and the matches were all close. At no given time was I a nervous wreck, but it was nice when Tiger 2 putted that last green to get the 18th point.
Go ahead.
Tiger, coming down the stretch, seemed like you were in a lot of pain. What was going through your head, especially with the match or the cup kind of coming down to you?
Check. It works. Oh. Yeah, I was like a similar position as Freddie. Where's our 4th point going to come from? And I was at a point where I wasn't feeling my best coming down the stretch, and happened to get a 1-up lead, and I was just trying to hang on to that. problem is I knew that I wasn't feeling good, and if I happened to, mess up 18 and we had to go down, we had to continue playing until it's been decided. So I was like, I really don't want to play anymore. Can I just win this, have this last hole somehow, and end up being that way, and to have the opportunity to be to win the cup for Freddie and all the guys on the team, it means a lot to me, and to be able to have the trust of the guys and be able to go out there and earn a point, it means a lot.
Shad?
Yeah, really, just for anybody who wants to step up to the mic and talk about how much fun it is to play Muirfield Village in this format, and perhaps maybe enjoy Muirfield Village as much as Tiger seems to every year.
Well, it's great to be here and come play Jack's golf course. I've played the Memorial now 3 or 4 times, 4 or 5 times maybe. Don't have the best record here, but coming here, I knew it was going to be a great week no matter what. But the greens held up well, and I know the staff did a great job. But it's a golf course with all 4 par 5s being the odd holes and the par 3s being the even holes that it's fun to think about. There's different strategy. Seemed like putting was pretty similar for the alternate shot format, but we all love coming to a place that we're familiar with, and fortunately I think our home course knowledge came out for our benefit.
Okay, I think we have one in the back left.
Okay. This is for Fred. 3 times you've captained this event. 3 times Tiger's been the one that clinched it. Even though you guys had a sizable margin going into singles, did you just have a hunch in the back of your head it would come down to his match with Sterney?
No, not really. But once it got going, again, I didn't see Jay all day, I don't think. Not one time. But I was all over him, trying to get somebody to step up, and we put Hunter out. Well, he went up first and got a huge point, and I watched him play a handful of holes. He was phenomenal. Then obviously Duff took charge in his match, and then it came down to really Zach winning his match, and then it was going to be Cooch, it was going to be Strick. Turned out to be Tiger. It makes me look great to be involved in this, but this is the 3rd time I've had, as I said, all-star teams every single time. We've gotten nice leads, and in a way, maybe they relax a little bit because they're all playing so well, and it just turned out that Tiger ended up, getting the point and playing actually 16, 17, 18 very, very well.
Okay, anything further? All right, one more. Bob?
It's for Tiger. Did the stop and start nature of this week, the weather, contribute at all to your back issues? And I take it you were probably looking at taking a few weeks away from golf now anyway. Could you just talk about that as well? Thanks.
Yeah, it's been a long week for all of us. I think that a few of us are a little bit dinged up, and our physios did a hell of a job this week of getting us out there and keeping us going, and especially with all the start and stops and as many holes. I've never played 3 matches in a day before, so that was certainly a first yesterday, and it's been a long week, and I'm a little bit sore, and certainly I'm looking forward to not touching a club for a while.
Scott?
Question really quick to Davis and Steve about this format potentially, if you think it should switch over to the Ryder Cup to have it spread out to 4 days and have more matches where guys aren't really sitting out and it showcases depth more.
No.
We all think it's a lot of fun. We like this format, something different, and you can't hide any guys. and everybody gets to play. And it's always worked out well for us. I think it shows how strong our team is. So it's a fun format.
Steve, what are your thoughts?
I was asked this question earlier, and I said to leave the Ryder Cup alone the way it is, just because of the history that's been involved there. I understand maybe the possibility of change, but I just and we've been coming out on the other side of the coin on the Ryder Cup, but just been so much history involved. And the other thing is, the one part I do like about this format is that the first couple of days we get a little bit of rest, whereas the Ryder Cup, you know, it's 36 holes Friday and Saturday. Here it's spread over Thursday and Friday. So we can rest up a little bit and get ready for the weekend, and I do like that part.
I thought you were asking about this format. I like this format, and I like the Ryder Cup format. I think it works out well. They leave both of them like they are.
Okay. Kathy?
This is for Jordan. Hello. You being the rookie, is it everything you thought this was going to be? Was it more than you thought it was going to be? How nervous were you?
It's definitely more. Very nervous on the first tee, but very similar to any big event I think that I've teed it up in this year. But to be surrounded by the best players in the world as my teammates, in the back of my mind, kind of I guess wasn't too worried about it, and it maybe gave me a little more confidence at the beginning. Obviously having Steve as my partner the first couple matches, we were able to get out there and get a couple wins, which settled me down, I think, for the rest of the week. But all in all, on and off the course, definitely more than I could have ever dreamed of.
Okay, I think this is our last one. Jeff?
For Fred, with the matches being so close in the end, could you talk about the importance of flipping the matches this morning and what that did for team morale? And I was hoping Phil maybe could address the closeness and spirit of this team.
Well, great question. You know, the first thing I knew Keegan lost his match, but gave him a big hug and said the putt he made after Graham chipped in was huge. And then before that, you know, I watched Zach and Duff play, I think 8 holes the day before, and they turned that whole match around. So, you know, the whole thing, every match is important. I honestly believe if it was closer, we still would have won. I mean, I think that if they were ahead, they would have believed they would have won too. But our guys, if they needed to play and get those matches won, you know, a couple of those at the end, we would have. And just very proud of the way they played. So many putts were made, and very few poor shots were hit.
Jeff, we've laughed a lot this trip or this week. It's really just been a fun week for all of us to hang together. And what I have found that over the course of my career, these weeks become some of the most special weeks of the year and of my career. They're weeks that we look back on fondly. They're where friendships form that last a lifetime, and they're the weeks that we look forward to the most. As the year starts, it becomes a goal of all of ours to get on this team, and it's something that we continue to enjoy. At first, when the President's Cup came about in 1994, I was concerned having a team event every year would become it would become too much and lose some of its special feel. It's exact opposite of what's happened. I feel that we're the lucky side to be able to play in a team event every year, and we've really had a lot of fun over the course of the years.